Down one. Dennis Johnson on the inbound. Bird fires it. What do you think happens?
It went in. Duh. Oh!
When I paused the tape and the ball was hanging in the air, you thought it was going in. Bird thought it was going in. This is right. Those MVP years stacked.
Oh my God. No. Larry Bird just dropped somebody?
I just did
There's
that
something to be
you.
said.
But that was the slowest drop though.
But Burns twice as bright.
Hey!
Those 3 MVP years.
Made you fall. I just did that to you
No, you
yesterday.
didn't. Stop.
Golden age of the league introduced a career by
Oh!
other forwards before or since are mentioned.
Wait, Bird was dunking like that, like a reverse behind under the basket? No.
What I do to you?
I thought, babe, stop. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy BaffourHD. I'm over here with my girlfriend. Hey, just introduce yourself real quick.
Y'all know. Y'all should know by now. I'm Yanni.
Hey, I don't have...
Big Yon Dog.
Oh, big Yon Dog. I'm gonna have a little YouTube link in the description below. Y'all go check her YouTube channel out, you know what I'm saying? Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I don't know if you noticed, but we did a LeBron versus MJ, me and her. They got 82,000 views now. The other one, Larry Bird, got like 30K. Then the other one, Larry Bird again, got 30K. Then another one, MJ, got like 20K. So, hey, y'all Larry Bird fans are going crazy. For some reason, y'all really believe this dude is better than Michael Jordan, than LeBron, than Kobe Bryant. We're about to find out. We're making a case for Larry Bird being the greatest ever. We're about to see what this dude's got to say. I need y'all to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm thinking for Larry Bird, let's shoot for like 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. That sound good? Sounds good, you know what I'm saying? They could do that, right? They could do that, you know what I'm saying? 1,000 plus, show us what you got. So hey, making a case for Larry Bird, this dude is crazy. He reminds me like KD. I feel like KD probably picked his game from Larry Bird a little bit. This dude's just killer. Apparently he be telling people what he's gonna do before he does it. Larry Bird is just goated. So hey, we about to make the case for Larry Bird. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, 1,000 likes. Let's go, we out.
Basketball allows for players to develop distinct identities and signature styles through their creativity.
Hey, that Rondo pass, Luka just did that shit in 2022. I don't know what year you're watching this, but that Rondo pass from back in the day, crazy. A little behind the back, crazy. Move on.
There. And athleticism.
Oh!
And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring volume and two-way nature of the sport give individual stars a nearly unprecedented amount of control over the flow and outcome of a game. For this reason, players are constantly compared to their peers and to the legends of the past in order to answer the most hotly contested question in the sport. Who's the greatest to ever do it? For many, the question is redundant. They believe in only one right answer, their answer. Others might have their own personal stance, but acknowledge one or two alternatives. But I believe that there's much more nuance to the question of greatness and more answers to it than you might think. By my count, there are 8 players in NBA history that have a substantial claim as the GOAT. It's a subjective thing though. I can't give you a definitive answer. All I can do is make the argument.
Make the argument.
Today, I'll be making the case for Larry Bird as the greatest basketball player of all time.
I'm actually like a mix between Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. I'm a mix between Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. And you're like...
When it comes to basketball, Larry Bird is the smartest, clutchest player to ever play the game. Now, if you...
I thought that was LeBron. Smartest? Oh, he said in clutches. Never mind. Wait, let me run it back and make sure he said that.
Bird is the smartest, clutchest player to ever play
smartest
the game.
clutches. Okay.
Now, if you don't think that Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player of all time, you probably hate that I just said that. Those are the kind of talking head sport cliches that surely impact the game, but are empirically measured. Normally, I'd agree with you, but I think that when you talk about Larry Bird, you see those intangibles become real, palpable results. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't believe it. When Larry Bird was drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1978, the NBA needed saving. Attendance was in the toilet, the league had few marketable stars, cocaine addiction had several players in its grasp, and most damning of all, playoff games were being tape delayed. Playoff games at the highest level of basketball were being put in the back seat for black and white movies and network reruns.
What?
Joined the Celtics after being
they were playing shit like that over the NBA on TV?
Smoke was pretty big back then.
Gunsmoke? What the fuck is Gunsmoke? Over the NBA?
Playoff games at the highest level of basketball were being put in the back seat for black and white movies and network reruns. But rather than join the Celtics after being taken 3rd overall, Larry Bird decided to return for his final year at Indiana State, a decision that would prove to be one of the most important in the history of the sport. Bird's final year saw the Sycamores tear through college basketball, going 33-0 before the national championship game.
Damn.
Bird, already claimed by the NBA's most historic and prestigious franchise, had established himself as the generational talent who would inherit the mantle of pro basketball. Indiana State's opponent in the national championship was Michigan State, captained by the immortal Irvin Magic Johnson. The Sycamores lost the championship to the more talented Spartans in the highest-rated game in the history of basketball, at any level, still to this day. The stage had been set. The next decade of basketball would be defined by the rivalry between the White Hick from French Lick and his Boston Celtics, and the Black Magic and his Showtime Lakers. The rivalry between Bird...
Wait, the White Hick from French Lick and the Black Magic? That's what their names were? I just feel like that would not fly in today's age. The Black Magic and White Flick from French something.
Entwined into the fabric of the NBA and is worthy of 100 documentaries. In this video, though, we're going to be looking at Bird's claim of supremacy.
Now they played together.
Here's Bird's basketball resume.
Three
His 3 championships come with perhaps the highest collective degree of difficulty of any player's championships. His 3 MVPs came consecutively, making him only the 3rd player to accomplish the feat, along with
He had 3 MVPs like back to back to back? Oh shit.
And Wilt Chamberlain. His 2 finals MVPs are misleading. He was absolutely the best player on the '81 Celtics, but he was only a sophomore, and his 15 points per game in the finals gave the media an excuse to exact a little vengeance on a legendarily difficult interview. His all-star and first-team selections also come with the caveat that...
I'm not gonna cap, I didn't know these are the stats Larry Bird's career had, bro. That's crazy. 9 times first team?
I can hear you already. A 13-year career, and this guy is supposed to be the GOAT? What color of paint are you huffing, Clayton? Green, obviously. Bird's career lasted about 2/3.
Who the fuck is this?
But what he did in that time was so impressive and so substantial that every basketball fan acknowledges that he's in the conversation as the greatest ever.
Oh, through the legs?
Those 13 years saved professional basketball, delivered a disproportionate amount of memorable moments, defined the golden age of the league, and produced a career by which all other forwards, before or since, are meant.
Wait, Bird was dunking like that, like a reverse behind under the basket? No.
What I do to you?
I thought, babe, stop. She can't jump for shit.
Golden age of the league, and produced a career by which all other forwards, before or since, are measured. Bird spent every drop of talent out in those 13 years and made it seem more like 30. He didn't just leave his fingerprints on the game. He left so much of his DNA in the sport that it needed a cigarette afterwards. There's something to be said about the candle that lasts half as long but burns twice as bright. Those MVP years stacked.
Oh my God! No! Larry Bird just dropped somebody?
There's something to be said.
But that was the slowest drop though.
But burns twice as bright.
Hey!
Those 3 MVP years.
Made you fall. I just did that to you.
No, you didn't. Stop.
I will put an A+ Larry Bird season up against any
other run that
burns twice as bright. Those 3 MVP years stack up with any other run by any other player. I will put an A+ Larry Bird season up against anyone's. What does an A+ Larry Bird season look like? A full box score, a blowout win, a nearly undefeated record at home, and a play style that could only be described one way: white.
Hey!
Larry Bird isn't just a white basketball player. He's the white basketball player.
The white basketball player.
That's why. That's to thumb through the Hoops dictionary and pick out every cliche about white players. Unathletic, great shooter, good fundamentals, the whole thing. The archetype of a white basketball player is Larry Bird, with one exception. He had an unparalleled understanding of the game of basketball.
Like, who's this dude fucking y'all up?
Mental competition. His basketball IQ infected everything he did and catapulted his career into
like what am I watching?
Bird was a complete player. Jerry West called him nearly as perfect as you can get. He was the league's first great marksman. He could contort his body to shoot from anywhere on the court, regardless of
no. Oh my God.
Of the Dagger 3 and was the founding member of the 50-40-90 club. At 6'9", Bird's understanding of angles and coordination led to a higher rebounding average than Patrick Ewing, and it made him an impressively adept finisher in his younger years. 86.
Wait, so he was rebounding from skill, not from like power and girth and all that. Like, he was just very, you know what I'm saying, give me that, instead of move out my way and give me the rebound. That's actually dope.
It made him
In the
an
back of the
impressive
basket.
finisher in his younger years.
Played with
86, Bird dropped 47 points on the Blazers, playing the majority of the game left-handed.
What?
His lack of quick lateral movement meant that Bird didn't do much when it came to slapping the floor and picking up the opposing point guard, but his size and omniscience gave him the ability to body similarly sized players, read defenses like a free safety,
You had to let
and
me
passing
know
lanes
real quick.
His passing was transcendent and
Oh my
unbelievable. And of
gosh.
course you need to
That's
know that
tough.
Bird was a tough MFer. He had a superhuman motor and dove for loose balls like a beagle at the park.
That's
He was a willing
dumb. That shit was
participant
going
in his
already.
share of fights, often precipitated by his league-renowned trash talk.
Damn.
I told Robert Reed he gotta stay there. He should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points. I was guarding in my rookie year.
He had 50 points?
He goes, you can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh,
Claude.
you get so confident.
You don't know who that is. Stop it. You don't stop it. You don't know who Drexler is.
He walks by and he's laughing at me.
He was a basketball genius. He'd be a step ahead,
Damn.
a thought ahead. Play the game like a chess game. I'd much rather guard Michael Jordan than Larry Bird because you have to play the game as a thinker when you.
Wait. I'd rather guard Michael Jordan than guard Larry Bird. Who's this guy? James Worthy said that? Larry Bird was that crazy? Wait, I want to hear it one more time.
Thought ahead. Play the game like a chess game. I'd much rather guard Michael Jordan than Larry Bird because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing, and you have to get inside his mind.
If you put all of us in a room, you know, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Did you notice something during those testimonies? Those are some of the best basketball players of all time, and they all sing Bird's praises like they were former assassins who had to go toe-to-toe with John Wick, and they're just happy to be alive. Bird excelled during one of the most talent-rich periods in league history.
That makes
The
sense.
abridged list of his basketball rivals goes like this: Dr. J and Moses Malone on the Philadelphia 76ers, Sidney Moncrief on the Milwaukee Bucks, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer and the Bad Boy Pistons, Dominique Wilkins on the Atlanta Hawks, Bernard King on the New York Knicks, Michael Jordan on the Chicago Bulls, Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson on the Houston Rockets, and of course, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the Los Angeles Lakers. Alright, there's no point avoiding it any longer. We have to look at Magic versus Larry. If you have Magic over Larry, it's because he has 5 rings to Larry's 3, had a peak that lasted about 2 or 3 years longer than Larry's, and had a 2-1 record against Bird's Celtics in the finals. Perfectly legitimate, completely respectable arguments. But in the interest of making Bird's case, allow me to retort. For nearly the entire decade of the 1980s, the Eastern Conference was irrefutably the more competitive conference between the two. Considering the competition, for Bird to have made 5 finals appearances is just as impressive as Magic's 9. As for the head-to-head record responsible for Magic's 2 extra titles, he had more help. Seriously, the Celtics' Big 3 and the Lakers' Big 3 get compared all the time historically as if they were of equal caliber, but weren't Magic's accomplices just a step above Bird's? No disrespect at all to Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, but Kareem was the alpha dog on the 71 Bucks and was the best player for at least 2 of the Lakers' 5 titles.
Bro, these old school things just, I don't know, bro.
See, after winning a championship as the best player on a team that had Michael Jordan on. Throw in the fact that Magic got to be coached by Pat Riley, one of the most brilliant minds in basketball history, and you could say that the Magic-Bird argument comes down to one thing: luck. So if their careers come down to luck, the question just becomes who you would rather take. Now, I'm not making this video to tell you why
passes, like.
I'm making this video to tell you why you should take Bird. Not just over Magic, but over everybody. One thing that helps him is the fact that his play would translate perfectly into the league today. A 6'9" sharpshooting forward with eyes in the back of his head who averaged double-digit rebounds in an era against Moses and
I
Laimbeer.
agree.
He'd gobble up boards as a power forward. He'd be an offensive mismatch against everybody as a small ball center, and his off-ball skills and passing would pair perfectly with the flow of today's game. Add in his competitive mania and 3 generations worth of medical advancements, and we're talking about a player who could have stuck around so long that
bro, I didn't know he was 6'9". That's what
As
just...
you've been watching these clips of Bird, I would hope that you would notice something.
See, he's like cocky with it, bro.
Everybody.
He doesn't need to do the passes he's doing.
Basketball is like watching those monsters from a quiet place.
I mean,
know where you are and make any
I'm not.
I'm just saying the long ones, like the baseball passes.
In '85, he ended up 1 steal away from a quadruple double.
You really do need to be thinking, because on his team, anybody can get this ball. Happy hands ready.
Into a deal that basketball teams at all levels have still shown capable. They moved the ball with precision and intent, always looking for better shots and determined to get the entire team involved in the effort. That fact,
look how he's running up. Like, ain't no way.
And his wizardry with the ball. This acumen also helped Bird become the only player with a GOAT claim to transition successfully into other basketball roles after his playing career. In his 3 years as the head coach of the Pacers, Bird won a Coach of the Year award, coached the Pacers to their first and only finals appearance, and gave Michael Jordan as much trouble as he'd ever gotten in his career in the '98 Eastern Conference Finals. After moving into a front office role for Indiana, he won Executive of the Year in 2012, becoming the only person to have an MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year award. On the court or off of it, inside and out, Larry Bird sees basketball.
Hey, this dude's making me like the fuck out of Larry Bird, bro.
To Bird's defining skill, making the big plays. Remember, NBA players get paid to win games.
Wow.
James Harden is getting paid nearly $40 million this year because he's supposed to help the Rockets win games. Victory can be achieved in a lot of ways, and the win column doesn't care how it happens. As Mark Sinclair once said,
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
I can't stand Vin Diesel
when
in
your team
these
is
movies,
down
bro.
1 in a crucial playoff
Kobe!
with 8 seconds left, and you need to
Kobe!
to stay in the series and keep your season alive, that's where players really separate themselves and earn their money. Love it or hate it, it's the players that come through in the big moments that live forever in our memories. Some players, for whatever reason, were never able to do it consistently. Some players were truly outstanding at it. Larry Bird was the best at it.
This dude was cold-blooded, bro. Apparently, it doesn't matter what time of the game, his shots always still go in.
I'm not going to give you the stats about his field goal shooting under 2 minutes with a score that's this close, or tell you who has the most buzzer beaters, or any of that.
Take that for data.
I'm just going to show you clutch moments in clutch situations. 1985.
2 seconds left.
Blazers. Bird drops 48 points, including this. Down 1 with 2 seconds left.
Bounce pass, they're double teaming Bird. Larry,
What the fuck?
follow it.
Wow. Bro, he had 2 people on him. Like, how?
1985 against the Hawks. Bird sets
Another
the
one?
Celtics scoring record with 60 points, with shots like these.
Hey, come here. Come on. So he's got like a step.
1986 against the Rockets. Not all of Bird's clutch moments were singular. The bigger the moment, the bigger his performance. In Game 6 of the 1986 NBA Finals, Bird clinches the championship with a triple-double in what he calls the best game he ever played.
Well, was that off 1 foot? I think that was off 1 foot, man.
1987 against the Washington Bullets. Bird hits 1 shot to tie it before it's waved off because of a timeout. Hits another shot to tie it up for real.
Crowd is standing up. It goes now to Bird.
Off 1.
And then in double
What? He said fire
hits another shot to tie it up.
What did he say? Hold on.
Crowd is standing up. It goes now to Bird. Bird goes up top.
And then in double overtime, down 1, he does this.
It's gonna go to Bird.
Wait, it's all the same game? Wait, so he hit a clutch shot last second and they allowed it? Then they said, all right, you got to do it again. And then he did it for overtime. And then overtime last second, he hit it for game? Wow, that's crazy. That's some clutch shit.
For 3 years, from 1986 to 1988, the three-point contest knew no other champion than Larry Bird.
He's still going to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money.
This nigga said.
1987 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5. Tied at 2 games apiece against the Bad Boy Pistons, this enormous game would put the winner 1 game away from the NBA Finals. The Pistons are up 1 with seconds remaining. The ball goes out of bounds off the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas just...
Wait, they just blocked the fuck out of Bird. It's game over. Oh, he stole it. Oh.
Basically what y'all thought.
There are truly too many big games and big moments for me to go through without this ending up as a documentary. But that all leads me to this, what I really want to talk about. 1987, NBA Finals, Game 4 against the Lakers.
Let me guess, Magic Johnson.
LA is up 2-1, and the Celtics need to win to tie the series and stay alive. Bird hits a 3 with 12 seconds left to go up by 2.
This dude's just clutch, bro. That's what I'm realizing, bro. Like,
Green comes down and gets fouled with 8 seconds left. He makes the first, but misses the second. LA ends up with the ball with 7 seconds left, down 1 point.
In the low post, being guarded by Dennis Johnson. Byron Scott is in the ball game now.
pull up, Magic.
The baby skyhook.
Ugh.
2 seconds.
2 seconds left, down 1.
Dennis Johnson on the inbound. Bird fires it.
What do you think happens?
It went in. Duh. Oh!
When I paused the tape and the ball was hanging in the air, you thought it was going in. Bird thought it was going in. Magic thought it was going in. I've seen this game before, and I still think it's going to go in. But it didn't. Pat Riley said it himself. We got lucky. And that, a missed shot in the NBA Finals is why he's the clutchest. Because after he makes the big plays, has the big games, hits the big shots, time and time again, you expect him to hit every shot, to win every game.
Facts.
And in those fleeting moments when he doesn't, when he looks like...
Like being tricked like that.
You feel me? The fact that he paused it, no, this dude made a fucking valid point. The fact that he knew you would think it went in, that just makes you know how you already know you think he's great as fuck. And like, that's enough. That's all I gotta say. Like,
when he looks like everyone else who tries to do what he does, you just can't believe it. That's what Larry Bird did.
He just doesn't look the part, and that bothers me.
He's gonna make them every time.
That's my #1 problem.
He helps turn basketball into a global phenomenon, paving the way for every...
He's like a cocky white guy, but he doesn't have the cocky white guy swag.
He played basketball in its purest form and captained a team that is consistently ranked among the greatest of all time. He has the second highest win percentage in the history of the NBA.
What the fuck is going
Magic
on?
by less than 1/2%, about 10 games.
You feel me?
He was the complete package, a player with no holes in his game whatsoever. They called him Basketball Jesus.
That face right there, boy.
The what? Basketball Jesus?
Basketball Jesus. He didn't get that name without doing something extraordinary. He saved basketball. And he did it by playing it better than anyone else.
Basketball
Here's Magic
Jesus?
at Bird's retirement in 1993.
Larry Bird said that
What he said?
there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird. To the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever.
I'm finna cry, bro. Hey, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Who you think is better? Let's just go Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. Keep it 100 in the comment section. Let me know who you think is better, Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. I don't know. I might have to watch some more, but I don't know. I'm not even gonna make that decision. Just let me know. I told you, Babe's YouTube video, description below. Go check it out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I love y'all. You wanna say goodbye and touch the camera on that?
Leave this video a like, subscribe. Okay. And we'll see y'all again later. Bye.